Hey friends, hope you're doing great. Um, this video, we're going to talk about cover songs from 1994, but you probably knew that because it says in the title. Occasionally, when I make these lists, trends will emerge that I find interesting, and I'll pull those things to the side and kind of create a whole list around that. I did that with the One Hit Wonders of 1984. That video is in here somewhere. And I did that with the reboots and remakes of 1994 movies. And now we're going to do that with the cover songs of 1994 because it just seemed like an unusually large amount of cover songs, especially for a time period right in the middle of the grunge and indie rock era, for people to be doing covers. That seemed like an era of authenticity and originality and all of that kind of crap. So I guess the first one we'll mention is John Cougar doing Wild Wild Night with that Michelle Daggio, whatever her name is, a bass player chick. I never pronounce her name right. I never knew that was a cover. That's a Van Morrison, not Van Morrison. I always say that wrong. Wild Wild Night is messing this up right off the bat. It's the other weird guy. I can't get Van Morrison out of my head. Wild Wild Night is Neil Diamond, of course. Jeez, what's wrong with me? 10,000 Maniacs, Natalie Merchant did Because the Night on her Unplugged album. And a lot of people think of that as a Patti Smith song. I'm pretty sure that it was written by Bruce Springsteen, though, so that's kind of interesting. Luther Vandross and Mariah Carey duetted on Endless Love, which was originally Diana Ross and Lionel Richie. There was a song called Love Is All Around You. You feel it in the air by a band called Wet, Wet, Wet. And apparently it was on the Four Weddings and a Funeral soundtrack is why that song was big. And I never realized that that was a cover. That's, remember the song Wild Thing? I think I love you. One of the first, I would consider a heavy metal or punk song from way back when. The Troggs, but that Love Is All Around You wasn't a big hit for the Troggs, so that's kind of interesting to me. It was also reworked in Love Actually as the Christmas song that Bill Nighy sings. Jimmy Cliff had a cover with I Can See Clearly Now, old Johnny Nash song. The Smithereens did Time Won't Let Me on the end credits of Jean-Claude Van Damme's Time Cop movie. And that was an original song by The Outsiders. Fun little pop song. What's Up by Four Non Blondes came out in 93, and apparently the DJ Miko put an electronic dance beat under it and had a hit, I think mainly in Europe, with a remake of that song. Nirvana had their Unplugged album, and it was half covers. A lot of them people don't even realize they're covers, I think. Where Did We Sleep Last Night was the biggest one for me. That song just cuts right to my bones. And when they did that at that show, they wanted them to go up and do another encore, and Kurt Cobain refused because he said that I can't top that. And he's right. That was the last song, I think the last song that he ever played on stage in front of people. And it's just a perfect coda for his life and his music. But he also did The Man Who Sold the World. In a lot of people's eyes, it's better than the David Bowie version. All the Me Puppet songs that are on there, there's 2 or 3 Me Puppet songs that they do on there. So that qualifies for my covers video. Guns N' Roses put out a whole cover album called The Spaghetti Incident. And I forgot to really fact check whether that was 94 or 95. I'm pretty sure it was 94. One of the big ones was New Rose for me, a song by The Damned. And I was exposed to a lot of those punk rock songs because of that album. So I'm grateful for that I looked into all of those covers. Down on the Farm is a great one. And they do Hair of the Dog by Nazareth. And the single was an old song called Since I Don't Have You. And that's a phenomenal song. They even do a Soundgarden song on there, Big Dumb Sex, and a snippet of a Charlie Manson song is on that album too. So well, that's kind of interesting. And also in Guns N' Roses cover song news, they did the song for the credits of the Interview with a Vampire movie, and they covered the Rolling Stones' Sympathy for the Devil. And it's an amazing version of that. The singing is great, obviously. They do all the woo-hoos. And the cowbells in there. And Slash kills all of those lead guitar parts. And it's what I like a cover to be, where they pay tribute to the original just well enough, but it still sounds like it could have been an original song by that band. And that is perfectly attested to by that Guns N' Roses cover. Pulp Fiction, Urge Overkill had a cover of Girl, You'll Know It's True. Girl, You'll Be a Woman Soon. That's what it's called. Goodness gracious, my brain is fried. Girl, bow, 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 you'll be a woman soon. And that's another Neil Diamond song. So, how fun is that? Meatloaf sort of had a cover on his big album, the Bat Out of Hell 3, I think it is. The one with I'd Do Anything for Love, but I Won't Do That. He did a song called Rock and Roll Dreams, which his producer and songwriter Jim Steinman had on his solo album in 1981. So he's basically, it's a cover because it wasn't his song, but the producer and the songwriter is still the same. So counts as a cover. Moving on. The last song we'll talk about is Games People Play. It's an old Joe South song, and it was covered by Inner Circle, who did the Bad Boys, What You Gonna Do from the Cops TV show. But the same year, on Tesla's Bust a Nut album, it's the last track on there, and it's a great song. It's one of those songs that's so good that even a bad cover can't mess it up, but Tesla's version is not a bad cover. It's really good. It sounds like something they could have written. It's super, it's poppy and folky and just the right amount of oomph. But anyway, those are the cover songs that I could come up with from 1994. I'm sure there was more. I'm sure I missed something. I appreciate you watching. Subscribe and comment. And you notice I never say like, because I don't like videos on YouTube, because I don't like how they go in a folder and then you have 1,000 videos that are liked in your folder. So I never ask anybody to do anything that I wouldn't do. So anyway, that's my little rant. Watch more of my videos, please. Share them around and talk about them. I'll see you later.